Welcome back to the Dying Light 80% speedrunning guide. In this part we will cover the broadcast quest, which is fairly straightforward quest, but it will have a couple of interesting glitches, particularly shield fly glitch, which is used only once in a speedrun right now in this quest. There is also one interesting out of bounds clip, which is maybe a run killer if you are going for it, but it's slightly faster than the safe one. I will show you both because just for sake of guide. However, in your run, you should pick only one of them. If you're not sure enough, pick the safest one, but keep in mind that you can do the out of bounds clip slightly faster. So, in last part we left after warp into the bunker quest. So in this save warp we want to go backwards. After pressing spacebar, I want to start going forward and to the right, to the left, and also turn slightly to the left and jump in because I want to jump on the wall during the blacksmith part. So let's try to do it like this. Then I want to grapple this. Pay attention to the checkpoint indicator. As soon as you can see it, start tracking main quest, broadcast, and save warp. So now by doing so, you get teleported straight to the door you have to open. And there is one trick that is only possible with a controller. So if you are a lucky owner of controller, you can interact with the door in the very first frame without much sweat. What you have to do is to hold your L2 and R2 buttons if you are using PS4 key layout. I'm not sure how those keys are called in Xbox layout. Basically, they are bottom ones. And after pressing, I believe it's cross and A in Xbox layout to continue, you start holding square or X in Xbox layout to enter the door. So by doing this, you will interact with the door in the first frame, which is the fastest way to do so. On keyboard, unfortunately, you cannot do this, so you can use your life split timer as a reference point. As I've mentioned earlier in this guide, each black screen section takes exactly 3 seconds, so roughly after the 3 seconds, after the timer started ticking, you can start holding F. So I will try to do it. And I've missed it, well, most likely because I haven't used the live split timer at all, so I don't have a reference point. Oh yeah, that was it. Now, in this part, start holding Shift and W, then after pressing continue we will have to turn to the right, but at the point we will have to turn, we will actually start seeing the game, so it's fine. Just hold forward, turn right, use grappling hook here, because it's faster. Be careful with grappling hook here, because sometimes you may bonk on those steps and grappling hook will be cancelled. Then grapple over here, and here comes the interesting part. So the game casually wants you to open this door, which is obviously super slow. We can do auto bounce route, which saves a huge chunk of time, and there is two ways on how to do it. The safe one is over here. You have to line up roughly along this line, look up, aim for the third black bar from the right. So first, second, third. Aim at the third one and use your grappling hook. You should climb out of bounds, then you can jump and use grappling hook on this white fence. I'm cancelling it early because I want to show you another way how to do it. So this setup is a safe one, but it's slightly slower. There's another setup which is faster, but it's unreliable because as far as I know, nobody had found a reliable setup for this. So what you want to do is to jump here, climb up, do a side step to the left, and try to climb up. I failed it first try, so let's try doing it again. Still failed it. You can try not jumping down, but trying to go sideways and moving the camera. Preferably, what should happen is something like this. So you jump here, and that's basically the same thing that we did before, but much faster if done first try. So I usually, what I'm trying to do while doing this setup is to hang on this part, walk to the right, approximately this little thing, but maybe slightly more to the right, climb up, walk left, and climb left. Oh, unfortunately I overshoot a little, so let's try to readjust it. How you can know that you hit the right spot? Your end of your left hand should line up exactly at the end of this thing. So something like this I think should work. Yes, it did work. So this is a fast setup but unreliable. This setup is slower, but it's reliable because it has a consistent setup for it. So I want to jump here, so we skip this gate. We don't want to jump inside yet. Jump onto this pipe and run on top of it. Then you want to grapple over this section. Don't try to be slightly faster and grapple somewhere further away, because there's a trigger you have to hit, so grapple this part. How do you know you hit the trigger? Enemies had spawned, so you can now see enemies on the minimap, and also this toad. Also, in this part, use grappling hook here. However, do not jump and use grappling hook, because if you jump and use grappling hook, you may accidentally clip back in bounds. So just grapple here. Then different runners prefer different setups. I like doing grappling hook straight from here to here. Some people like doing grappling hook here and then grappling from here. Do as you like. Basically, those are two ways on achieving the same goal. Then run along this ceiling. Make sure to visit this part so we can see a lot of more zombies had spawned, which means you hit another trigger. Then jump and clip back and bounce. Also, if you are unlucky with plastic, you can check here. Interact with this door and skip cutscene immediately. After skipping cutscene, you can also try going forward while holding sprint for a couple of seconds and pressing jump to jump over the fence and jump into the water. Make sure to run for some time before jumping, because you may accidentally fall onto the concrete and it will kill you from fall damage. So jump like this. Jump and grapple this rock, then grapple your way towards the coast. Then after this rock, you can start turning left. This boat is your reference point, if you like. Grapple here, run through these bushes, and use a grappling hook on this rock. Aim to this container, jump and use grappling hook here, and pick up the keycard. You can try doing the damage setup here by going slightly slower, let the toad spit on you, like this. So you take a small bit of damage, which we will require for doing a shield fire glitch setup with medkit. If you are fine doing the glitch with speed potion, do so, it's completely fine. Another point where you can try doing damage setup is over here. Grapple this part, cancel it early, and take a shock damage here. Toss a firecracker to distract zombies and get inside. Plastic check, since we anyway have to wait for dialogue. Open this power box, it's always in front of you, and pull the lever. Drink a speed potion since we can. Prepare your firecracker, toss it somewhere to distract attention of this guy. Interact with this lever. Then grapple this container and do the shoot fire setup. Setup is done. Hand on this wedge, turn around, make sure to play hand animation completely. You don't want to be fast here, don't pretend to be the fastest man in the world, you have to wait anyway. So let this animation play entirely, because otherwise you'll get locked into the camera angles and you won't be able to fly correctly. Jump, and we are flying. Align yourself roughly at the middle of the tower. You can use minimap as a reference. Pay attention to the top of the tower so we can land nicely on top of it. Start mission F and spacebar to skip. So now we are waiting for the end of the dialogue. As soon as quest changes, we can open quest log and change the quest for bunker. I think I was too early. The bunker. If you're too early, you won't be able to change quest, because the game will just prevent you from doing so. Also, there is one more thing to the bunker quest, which is usually referred as bunker glitch. If you have died during this section, you won't have the bunker in your quest list. How to fix it? Just use any other old town warps and save warp to bunker from here. For example, you can use Freeman's Restaurant or parking lot, if you discovered it, to teleport to the old town, and from here the bunker should become available again. If you haven't died in this section, you will be just fine. Select bunker and save warp. Once again, go backwards after pressing continue, forward left, with camera turned to the left. However, this time you will try to grapple this wall, cancel it, grapple this, get downstairs, and prepare your ears because loud sound incoming. Why we are doing so? Since we skipped a couple of triggers into the broadcast quest, we want to get back into the location and hit the trigger. Luckily for us, this trigger is right in front of these doors, so we just enter here and then get back into the old town. So basically what you can do, wait for 3 seconds so your life split timer turn around and interact with the door again. This basically completes the broadcast quest for now. What else we can do is press continue, start holding quest log button, select fountain, which is always 2 switches up, and save warp. So that was it for broadcast quest. Pretty short quest, however, it has some important trigger check-in magic, and basically finally we had shoot flying glitch. So we were able to fly a little bit in this game. We are grateful for this ability, and in the next part we'll cover the clinic mission, which is extremely boring one. There is almost nothing happens at all. This mission is just dialogue listening simulator. So yeah, this was it for the broadcast quest, and I will see you in the next video.